What's up, Dunk Squad? It's Wayne Duncan, No Vision Duncan, and we're here with year one of the Madden 26 New York Giants realistic rebuild. This is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. We're going to be taking over as Brian Dayball. We got the G-Man, and I think the Giants did a really good job in the offseason, mainly in the draft. Me personally, I gave them an A grade when it came to their draft picks. Um, so with that being said, let's waste no more time and let's meet some of those rookies from that draft and the rest of the team, the roster, the squad here before preseason starts here in year one. At quarterback, we have Jackson Dart, who was their first round pick from Ole Miss. They traded up, I think, in the draft to select Jackson Dart. The only thing about Jackson Dart, though, also one half, the white boys, my white boys that they got here in the draft. You'll meet the other one in a little bit, but Jackson Dart, the only thing I'm kind of like his style of play, and I think John Gruden tried to uh, give him some advice and knowledge about his style of play, and it is a little reckless. He is tough though. I appreciate his toughness, and we're gonna try to keep Jackson Dart a little healthy, keep him away from getting any concussions. But Jackson Dart, I think it was a great pick for him. I think he will be their franchise quarterback uh, going forward, and yeah, I like Jackson Dart. And I like their whole quarterback room. I think Jameis Winston is the best quarterback to have in your locker room. There's nobody like Jameis. He is funny as hell, and I love having him here on our roster. I think they signed him to a 2-year deal to be the backup quarterback. And then you have Russell Wilson, who I think is a future Hall of Famer. Go Hawks. So I think with all three of these quarterbacks, we are going to let them play it out in the preseason and see who will be the starter day one. Yes, eventually we know it's going to be Jackson Dart, but we can always go with the veteran option, either Jameis Winston or Russell Wilson. At running back, there's the other half of my white boys. It got Cam Scatterboo, who I wanted my Vikings to go get and draft in real life, but he did fall to the Giants, I think in the 4th round too. So all those teams that passed on him, they missed out on a great young running back prospect. And the same thing with Jackson Dart. Cam Scatterboo, he's a little wrecking ball, and I love his style of play. I think he's going to be the running back here for the Giants for a long time, hopefully for a long time. You got Tyron Tracy, who had a great rookie season for the Giants last season, and I like the 1-2 punch combo with him and Scatterboo. Don't forget about Devin Singletary here as our third running back, and then they also have Eric Gray. No fullback on the roster, but we know fullbacks still matter. At wide receiver, you have Malik Neighbors, who is one of the best young wide receivers in the league out of LSU. And I think Malik Neighbors will be our wide receiver one for the entirety of the rebuild, and a great receiver for our young quarterback and Jackson Dart. You got Wan'Dale Robinson, great slot wide receiver to great wide receiver 2 option to complement Malik Neighbors. You got Darius Slayton, who I think they re-signed on a 3-year deal. So we have 3 wide receivers. They have Isaiah Hodgins, they have Jalen Hyatt, who's been kind of a I don't want to say, I don't like using the word bust no more. Especially, pause. Don't like using the word bust no more, especially when it comes to quarterbacks. I already talked about that, but yeah, Jalen Hyatt out of Tennessee, I think it was like 2nd or 3rd round pick, but still on the roster. And then they got Bryce Ford Wheaton, they got Bo Collins, David Cambry, Garner Sletsky, Ryan Miller, but I think in this rebuild we are gonna try to get like a better option at like wide receiver 3, maybe wide receiver 2. I know Wan'Dale Robinson contract is up at the end of the season, so we got to think about re-signing him if we want to re-sign him or not. At tight end, we have Theo Johnson, 6'6", 264 pounds, out of Penn State. So going into his 2nd year I think we can develop him as our tight end one. You have blocking tight end Chris Manhurst, the veteran, and then you have Daniel. Is it Bellinger or Bellinger? I always say Bellinger. Might be Bellinger. I think I've heard both. But we're going to go with Bellinger because that's how I usually say it. And then Thomas Fedone out of Nebraska. Thomas Fedone the second out of Nebraska, the rookie tight end. At left tackle, we have one of the best left tackles in the league, Andrew Thomas. We are going to put that C patch on his jersey. There you go, as it shows up. And Andrew Thomas protecting that blind side of Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson, Jameis Winston, whoever our quarterback is going to be. I'm fooling myself. It will be Jackson Dart. But we have a left tackle in place to help our young quarterback. And you have Joshua Ezadu, James Hudson the third. We have John Runyan at guard. We have Aaron Staney, John Michael Schmitz Jr., their second round pick from a couple of seasons ago out of Minnesota. You have Austin Schlottman, Greg Van Rotten. You have Evan Neal, who was a former first round pick for the Giants. They haven't been able to develop him. He was a right tackle. They moved him into guard, playing a little bit better. Still not really working. I think he's in a contract year. Then we have to decide if we want to pick up his fifth-year option or not. We may pick it up just to see, kind of like a prove it to me type of deal. But Evan Neal, not looking so good right now. And they got Jermaine Eleanor at right tackle and Marcus Imbo, their fifth-round pick out of Purdue. We could try to develop Marcus Imbo. All right. Left edge, you got Kayvon Thibodeau, another former first-round pick for the Giants out of Oregon, who's been, okay, I should say. Last season at 5.5 sacks. His sophomore year, 11.5 sacks. So, Kayvon Thibodeau, not bad, but also not great, just okay. But when it comes to the Giants and their defense, I think their pass rush is set up for great things. If you look at those past Super Bowl teams, they had Justin Tuck, O.C. Umenyiora, Michael Strahan, and, I think they got another trio here. Got Chauncey Goldston, Tomon Fox, but I'm not talking about them in the trade. I'm talking about Brian Burns, who they got in the trade, I think last season or a couple seasons ago from the Carolina Panthers. You got Brian Burns, one of the best edge rushers in the league. And then their first round pick from this year, third overall, Abdul Carter out of Penn State. When you got Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, I'm going to find a way to get all three of them on the field while we have them on the roster, and we may have to move one of them eventually, maybe Kayvon Thibodeau being the odd man out. But while we have all three of them, we're going to get all of them on the field. You have Victor Demuke. I'm not doing great with last names right now. To start off with this Giants realistic rebuild, then Caleb Murphy. You got Sexy Dexy Dexter Lawrence II, one of the best nose tackles in football. I think he's our only X factor that we have on the roster. You got Roy Robertson Harris, Darius Alexander out of Toledo, which was another great pick in the draft. I think after they selected Darius Alexander, I think they got him like in the second or third round. Third round, yeah. When they got him in the third round, I was like, yeah, the Giants are crushing this draft. I'm definitely going to give them an A grade, passing grade. And then they got Raheem Nunez-Roches Sr. and then DJ Davidson. No Sam linebacker at Mike. They got Bobby Okereke, Neville Hewitt, Demetrius Flanagan-Fowles, right? Will linebacker, I almost said right outside linebacker. Will linebacker, you got Michael McFadden, Darius Muasu, Chris Board, and Zaire Barnes. And then at corner, they have Drew Phillips, Paulson Adebo, who they got from the New Orleans Saints, Cordell Flott, and Deontay Banks, all with star dev, all on the younger side of 20. Paulson Adebo almost pushing 30. But you got Deontay Banks, former first round pick. You got Cordell Flott, who I think was a third round pick. Drew Phillips, who I think also was like a third or fourth round pick. Paulson Adebo, I think, who was like a second round pick from the Saints. And then they got rookie Corey Black here out of Oklahoma State. But all these guys, star dev, we love our 4 or 5 corners, but I think we still need help in the secondary. I think we should get like a big-time corner, maybe like a veteran player who has experience in this cornerback room, or we could just try to develop all of these young corners, but I think corner is one of the holes, one of the weaknesses of this Giants team and Giants defense. They got Javon Holland, came over from Miami at free safety, Bo Braid, Dane Belton at strong safety, and Tyler Nubin, their second round pick from a year ago out of Minnesota. At kicker, you got Graham Gano, and they also have Ben Sauls, the undrafted rookie kicker out of Pittsburgh. And then you got Jamie Gillen at punter. Don't get it twisted about the 70 overall. He does have a star dev. And then long snapper Casey Creeder, because long snappers do matter. Now in this preseason, we are going to be taking on first game. We got the Buffalo Bills, who is Brian Daboll's former team, where he helped develop Josh Allen, who I think is the best quarterback and best player in football right now. But we have sat most of our team captains or X Factor superstar best players, like Dexter Lawrence and Andrew Thomas, Malik Neighbors, I think is playing though. So we want to avoid any type of injuries, get through this preseason. We are going to let Russell Wilson, I think he's starting the first preseason game, and then we'll, work Jameis in, work Jackson Dart in, and it's an open competition for day one regular season starter. Even if Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston wins the starting job for week one, that does not mean they're going to be the starting quarterback for the rest of the season. Jackson Dart could still have a chance to be the quarterback. I would rather him get on the field as early as possible so we can start developing him, maybe get him off that normal dev trait and get him up to like a star dev trait. And the only way we can really do that year one is if we start him for at least half the season. So let's simulate the preseason. Week one against the Buffalo Bills. It will be Russ, Dangerous at quarterback, and we do win the game. We go 1-0, 21-17, and Jameis, 1 touchdown, no pick, 13 of 14, and Russ was 2 of 5. Devin Singletary had a touchdown. Jameis Winston also had a rushing touchdown. Remember, Jameis was playing with the backups. So Jameis will start the next game. Got Jalen Hyatt had a touchdown. We had 2 sacks for the rookie Abdul Carter. Kayvon Thibodeau had half a sack. Paulson Adebo with a half a sack. Drew Phillips with a interception, and that's really important too because all of our corners are around that 78 overall. They all have star dev, so they're all going to start, but who will be that cornerback 1 on the depth chart? Now, going back to the depth chart, we are going to put in Jameis now as the starter and then Jackson Dart as the backup, and then in the final preseason game, we will have Jackson Dart as a starter, Russell Wilson as the backup. So all guys get a chance to start a preseason game, and all of the guys will get a chance to be the backup quarterback. So all will play at least 2 games. We did bench Scatterboo, so he will come in as the backup with Singletary as the starter, and then Scatterboo and then Tracy will play the last preseason game together. Malik Neighbors is in right now. I think we are going to bench him. He can play the first preseason game. We do not need him getting hurt. We could put the rookie Bo Collins in there. And then we got Bellinger and Manhurts battling for the backup job. We're going to have Evan Neal, Van Rotten. They're battling for that starting position at guard. Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter will get playing time. No Brian Burns playing. And I think that's everybody we need to. Drew Phillips had that pick, so we'll put him in at corner 1. And then everybody else should be good. I think Tyler Nubin and Dane Belton, they're going to battle for the starting position at strong safety. And now it's time to simulate week 2 in the preseason against the New York Jets. Battle of the New York teams. Who's better? It is us, the Giants. We are now 2-0 in the preseason. And Jackson Dart, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 18 of 20. Now he did it. Now Jameis, he just had a great preseason game against backups with the second team. Now when he starts, throws 2 picks, 11 to 21, got sacked once. So Jameis might have played himself out of the starting quarterback role, and it will now be between Jackson Dart and Russell Wilson, with Jackson Dart getting the start for that game. Cataboo was great. I said Cataboo. Scataboo was great with 58 yards, almost 60 yards rushing, touchdown for Tyrone Tracy. And then we had a touchdown for Bryce Ford Wheaton, and a touchdown for Theo Johnson. We had a sack and a half for Abdul Carter. We had no picks, no missed field goals, no kick return or punt return touchdowns. Now it's going to be Jackson Dart with Russ as the backup, Scataboo with Tracy as the backup, Jalen Hyatt over Isaiah Hodgins. We'll go Bellinger again, or we'll go Fadone. Forgot that he was on ours. We'll go Hudson over Ezadu for backup left tackle. We'll let Evan Neal start again because we want to get, scout him some more. And then we'll go with Murphy. We'll go Davison over Roches. And I think that should be everybody. We started Drew Flittips. We already started Paulson Debo. Let's start Cardell Flott. We'll have a Debo in the slot. Final preseason game against the team that the Giants beat in 2 Super Bowls, the New England Patriots. Shout out to Eli Manning. They win 29-27. We are undefeated in the preseason. And Jackson Dart, 13 of 28. Russell Wilson threw a pick. So looks like Jameis and Russ did throw interceptions. Jackson Dart threw no interceptions. And looks like he may have won the job, and so does Scataboo. So my 2 white boys having great preseasons. And you got Roy Robinson Harris. He's had a great preseason. Kayvon Thibodeau. Drew Phillips with the interception. Graham Gano does miss a field goal. I forgot about the rookie kicker, Tyrone Tracy, with a kick return touchdown. So with Scataboo winning the starting running back role, we can really use Tyrone Tracy as a kick returner. But looking at the stats for the preseason, Jackson Dart, he earned it. He earned it. I give everybody a fair chance. We battle it out like men in preseason. No sore losers. And I think Jameis may be the backup and Russ may be third string. I mean, to be fair, Russ only had 12 pass attempts. All got sacked 3 times. But, yeah, looks like Jameis is going to be the backup and Russ is going to be third string. Scataboo is going to be the starting running back. Devin Singletary was good. Tyrone Tracy was good. He also had that kick return touchdown. Wandell will be wide receiver 2. Jalen Hyatt may be wide receiver 4 over Isaiah Hodgins. Hodgins did average better. Almost the same. I think Hodgins beats him out. Only 4 less receiving yards on 5 less catches. Had a better average. He did not have a touchdown, but Jalen Hyatt will make the team as a wide receiver 5. So will Bryce Ford Wheaton. And then Van Rotten didn't give up any sack. Ella Menard, so that right side held up. Even in Imbo, Marcus Imbo. Andrew Thomas didn't give up anything. Evan Neal did give up 1. John Michael Smith was terrible. Not terrible, but Micah McFadden was great. Our edge rushers. 2 picks, though, for Drew Phillips. He will be our starting corner with Paulson Adebo. And then we'll have probably Cordell Flott. But I think Drew Phillips is the one that's the slot. Yeah, so, I mean, Paulson Adebo can also play the slot. Deontay Banks got in there. Cordell Flott really didn't do much. And then Graham, we didn't get to see Ben Sauls, but he will make the team. We may put him on the practice squad, though. We may have to because we do have to cut 15 players. And we're going to keep all 3 quarterbacks. We're going to keep all 4 running backs. Receivers, This is where Ford Wheaton will be wide receiver 5, Collins 6. We gotta keep Gunner Osletsky for return guy. Ryan Miller. All right, so Ryan Miller can go on the practice squad. I think Ford Wheaton's gonna make the team. So Bo Collins, practice squad. I think Cambray, another undrafted rookie who was like on our special teams, can go, and then we'll keep Osletsky as our return guy. Tight ends, Thomas Fadone will have to go on the PS. Left tackle, we'll just keep. Man, we lose a lot of money if we cut James Hudson, so probably gonna cut Joshua Ezadu just for cap purposes. Keep everybody else. Timon Fox may get cut. Caleb Murphy will have to go on the PS. Just don't need all these edges. D tackle, we are straight. No Sam linebacker. I think we're good at middle. We do have a lot of wheels, so we don't need Demetrius Flanagan Fowles. We will release him. And then at corner, we have Phillips, Adebo, Flott, Banks, Black. So all these other guys like Rico Payton, he can go on the PS. Art Green. And Nick Jones. And then Ben Sauls, who is a segment, we still have to cut 4 players. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wheaton had the touchdown. I want to keep him. I don't like how you can't put players who have more than 2 years of experience or 3 years of experience on the practice squad, because that's stupid. There are veteran players in real life that get signed to practice squad and they get elevated for games. So like, we can't put Gunnar or Osletsky on the practice squad. I need him on the team for, he's our best kick returner overall wise. Why do I have to cut 4 players? So doesn't even seem like we have that many. Yeah, so Zaire Barnes. Yeah, we're going to have to move Ben Sauls to the practice squad. So that leaves us with 3 more people we have to release. Yeah, Zaire Barnes is going to have to be one that moves. Davidson might have to get cut. Yeah, Ford Wheaton. All right, Eric Gray, he's going to have to go to the practice squad. And then Ford Wheaton. But do we cut Gunnar Osletsky? Ford Wheaton had the touchdown. I'm sorry, Gunnar, but Wheaton had the better preseason. So we are going to upgrade our players, set up the depth chart, and get on to the regular season. So Jackson Dart will be the quarterback with Jameis and Russ. Running back will be Scatterboo Tracy Singletary. Fullback will be Manhurts. And then Bellinger Singletary. Wide receiver will be Wandell, Malik Neighbors, Isaiah Hodgins, Jalen Hyatt. Tight end will be Theo Bellinger and Manhurts. Left tackle will be Andrew Thomas. And then we can also have Runyon, Stenny, Neal. Center will be John Michael Schmitz. Right guard will be, I think, Van Rotten. And then Evan Neal can help play a little bit of a backup right tackle, as he was drafted as a right tackle. And then Imbo. Kayvon Thibodeau will start at left edge. No, it's going to be Abdul Carter. This is how we're going to get them all on the field. It's going to be Abdul Carter. And on the right, it's going to be Brian Burns. And then D tackle will be Dexter Lawrence, Darius Alexander, Robert Harrison, Nunez Roches. Middle will be Okereke. Will be Micah McFadden. And Chris Board. Corner will be, I think, because of the contract, Paulson Adebo will start with Cordell Flott, and then Drew Phillips will play the slot. Free safety will be Javon Holland, and then strong safety, I'm going to go with Tyler Nubin over Dane Belton. And then Dane Belton can play backup free safety. And then kick return, no more Gunnar Osage. It will be Tyron Tracy, who had the touchdown. And then Deontay Banks, who's our fourth corner, former first-round pick. That's another way to get him on the field. Malik Neighbors, no, sir, you will not be playing kick return duty. We can put Corey Black, another corner right there. And then punt return, yeah, we can have a Darius Slayton. We can have a Devin Singletary. So, yeah, I like that. And Malik Neighbors. No, you will not be doing punt return duties. We can go Jalen Hyatt. Get him on the field. I think we'll actually put him kick return. Yeah, we'll put him right there. Kick return. Kickoff start will be Graham Gano. Third down back will be Tyron Tracy. And then, yeah, we'll have Scatterboo as a gadget with Wandale and Malik Neighbors. Power back will be Scatterboo. Slot receiver will be, they have Wandale, who is a slot wide receiver. But we could just go Malik Neighbors and just use Malik Neighbors everywhere. I think that's how we're going to start off doing. Just have Malik, Robinson, and then Slayton. And then left edge will be, this is where we're going to have Abdul Carter and Kayvon Thibodeau. Right will be Brian Burns. Right, with Kayvon Thibodeau. And then rush D tackle. This is where we're going to have Kayvon Thibodeau, who should be able to play on the inside a little bit, with Darius Alexander as the second rush D tackle. And then we'll have Roy Robinson Harris. And then nose tackle will, of course, be Dexter Lawrence, Darius Alexander, DJ Davidson. So we'll go Roy Robinson Harris. And then sub linebacker will be Micah McFadden, Bobby Okereke, and then Darius Muasu. Or we could use Dane Belton. But I think we'll use Muasu. And then slot corner, we will have Drew Phillips, Deontay Banks, and instead of Corey Black, maybe we go with Dane Belton. That's how we get him on the field. Yeah, so we'll go with that. We'll advance the week. Now, the Giants, now that we are controlling them, I've done, multiple other rebuilds, realistic rebuilds, and it seems like the Giants are like a juggernaut team in simulation. Like, even in one of my Vikings offline franchises, I've seen these boys, man. These dudes have become a dynasty. In one of them, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls, bro. Like, it was like 3 or 4 straight. It was crazy, back to back to back to back. And they lost they lost 3 straight. Like, I'm talking like what the Buffalo Bills like did back in the G. They lost all 3, but the fact that they were even there. Like Brian Daboll, I've seen him win Coach of the Year multiple times. I've seen Jackson Dart and Scatterboo just dominate the league. Now, I would love to see that now that I am controlling the Giants. We are going to look at the auto-generated rookies. When I look at what we could take in the draft early prediction: corner, offensive line, receiver. I think those are the top three that we need to invest in when it comes to the draft. But week one against the Washington Commanders, we have 82 overall, 83 offense, 81 defense, and let's see if we can get the first win on the road. Division game, we are the NFC week or NFC East, and we do go 1-0. We have the Cowboys, another division game. Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders. 38-23. We almost put up 40 on them. 24-3 at the half. And then Jackson Dart's debut, 265, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, 2 sacks, 18 of 30, outplaying Jaden Daniels. Scatterboo in his debut, 18 attempts, 93 yards, averaging over 5 yards per carry, a touchdown, 3 broken tackles, and a touchdown for Tyron Tracy. And Darius Slayton, 4 catches, 114, and a touchdown, justifying that 3-year contract extension that he got. Also a team captain, 2 touchdowns for Malik Neighbors. And then Wandell with almost 50 yards receiving. So love having those 3 wide receivers. Darius Alexander. And we are 1-0 to start the season. Now we have the Dallas Cowboys. Another road game, another road division game. And we win the game. We are 2-0 in the division. And it's doing the schedule glitch again. So we have to back out, go back in. Didn't even do it to us in the preseason. Now it's doing it to us in the regular season. But 29-22, we are undefeated in the NFC East, undefeated on the road. We're up 21-10 at the half. Now Jackson Dart does throw 2 interceptions, 3 touchdowns to 1 sack. Scatterboo, another 80-yard rushing performance on the road with a touchdown. Malik Neighbors going over 100 yards receiving. Wandell with a touchdown. Bellinger with a couple of catches as our tight end too. And then Brian Burns with 2 sacks. And we had a pick for Drew Phillips and a pick for Bobby Okereke, the middle linebacker, or Mike linebacker. And we are 2-0. Now, you want to talk about juggernauts? Now we got the Chiefs, who really aren't all that much of a juggernaut anymore in simulation. It is a Sunday night primetime football game. We'll delegate the regional focus scouting and see if we can keep our undefeated streak alive going into week 3. First home game of the season, first primetime TV game of the season, and the Giants are 3-0. 28-18. Now, I'm not going to jinx it. It seems like what I was talking about with the Giants dominating in simulation, becoming a dynasty. Now we're controlling them. It could happen. I think it's happening. 3 touchdowns, no picks for Jackson Dart, 300 yards passing. He was really efficient. Scatterboo running the ball 60 yards and a touchdown. And then Malik Neighbors, 5 catches, $125, 2 touchdowns. Touchdown for Theo Johnson and 50 receiving yards. And then looking at our sacks, that's the pass rush I'm talking about. We want to use all of these edge rushers. Abdul Carter with 2. Brian Burns with a sack and a half. Kayvon Thibodeau with a sack. A pick for Bobby Okereke, his second straight. Graham Gano does miss 2 field goals. We didn't need him to make those 2 field goals. We still win the game, and we are now 3-0 to start the season. We have a linebacker breakout. And Muasu, our backup will linebacker. We're going to see if he can do that goal. Get him up to a star dev trait. And he's not even starting. All right, so we got the Chargers who are 0-3. Home game. We have a dev trait scenario for Muasu. Our second string will linebacker, and we are 4-0. 10-9, close game to start this rebuild. It's something with the Giants, man. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Scatterboot averaging 80 yards a game. Wandell looking to get another contract. Abdul Carter with 2 sacks. Darius Alexander with his first sack of his career. Brian Burns. Now, what did Muasu had 2 tackles. He didn't get no TFLs. I probably should have started him this game. He would have got it. Drew Phillips with the pick. I'm not even going to click into the linebacker breakout because he didn't get it. 4-0 Giants, 0-4 Saints. This could be a setup trap game, but we're going to walk into New Orleans. We're going to take over Bourbon Street, and we're going to win the game to go to 5-0. $28-14. $20-0 at the half. 3 touchdowns for Jackson Dart against fellow rookie Tyler Shuff. Man. Outplaying Tyler Shuff, trying to beat him out for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We may even have Jackson Dart in Best Quarterback of the Year conversations. Bellinger with the and we just straight up bullied Kelvin Banks. 4 sacks for Brian Burns, All-Pro. Micah McFadden with the sack. They miss a field goal, and we are 5-0 with the Giants in year 1. Now we have a Thursday night game, first game against the Eagles. We've already beat the Cowboys. We've already beat the Commanders. It's Thursday night TV primetime game. Mock draft 1 is out. Let me go straight to number 32. And we're 31. They think we're going to lose the Super Bowl to the Ravens. They have us taking a Sam linebacker. Weekly award winner goes to Brian Burns and Jackson Dart. We have another linebacker breakout. This got to be Micah McFadden. I think he had a sack. Unless they're counting Brian Burns as a linebacker. It is Micah McFadden. And I would rather him get the star development trait than Muasu because Micah McFadden is our will linebacker starter. So need to get 6 tackles and a tackle for loss. He can get that. Yeah, he can get that. 4-1 Eagles, 5-0 Giants, division implications, NFC implications. So yeah, this game is prime for television, and we are undefeated. We are undefeated in the division. We are 6-0 with these rookies, with Jackson Dart, with Cam Scatterboot, with 3 touchdowns, bro, averaging 30 yards. My white boys doing it. Malik Neighbors, 9 catches, 157. We have a true wide receiver 1. Wandell with 50. Bobby Okereke, Dexter Lawrence, Micah McFadden with the pick, with 5 tackles. Now, I said he had to get, 5 or 6 tackles, a TFL, but he got the pick. So I wonder if the pick is going to make up for what he had to get with the TFLs. And we'll see if we got the, man, we got a lot of breakouts. What? He played great to me. 4,500 XP. Hey, We'll have 3+ hit power the next game. So at least they gave us something. Now we have a D line breakout. Who's this? Darius Alexander. Brian Burns. He is a superstar, which he is. Superstar dev. 2-4 Denver Broncos on the road, and this season is going really great. I mean, over exceeding my expectations. I mean, but when you look at what the Giants have done in simulation, post update, got to be something in the coding. They are 7-0. So maybe this was my expectations. 38-27. We're putting up points. This offense is just, look at this. Even with Bo Nix throwing 4 touchdowns against us, we still find a way to win. Scatterboo, 128. I think that's his first game over 100 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Look at J.K. Dobbins had almost 100 receiving yards against us with Troy Franklin and Cortland Sutton, and we still won. Off of 70 yards, 2 touchdowns for Malik Neighbors. Theo Johnston had 62. Darius Alexander with 2 sacks, and I don't see no Brian Burns. Drew Phillips with the pick, and don't think he hit the set. So if there's one thing that's going bad so far in this rebuild in year 1, it's not being able to hit any of the breakouts. But the whole team is breaking out as a team. This isn't about individuality or individual stats. It's a team game. And I'm going to say, I think Cam Scottaboo can get that, but I'm going to choose a new goal for him. 100 rushing yards and a touchdown. That seems more realistic. To increase his dev trait. He already has star dev, to move him up to a superstar. Last time we played the Eagles, they were, 4-1. We gave them their second loss. They lost at least one more time. And we'll delegate the scout and national focus. Let's upgrade our players right now before this Eagles game, because this is a very important division game. We win this game, I think we're guaranteed to have a winning season. So auto upgrade everybody. I should have went to Jackson Dart to put his points up, but we're 7-0 still. So I mean, we could lose the rest of the way, but let me not talk that into existence. See if we can beat the Eagles on the road, sweep them. Let's get the brooms. Let's get the dustpan. Let's get the trash cans. Let's get these Philly fans out of here. And we are 8-0. 27-21. Looks like that game could have went into OT, and it did not. We were up 17-7 at the half. Didn't score any points in the third quarter, but we were able to score 10 in the fourth to hang on to win the game. Now, that is so annoying to have 98 rushing yards when we needed 100 for Cam Scatterboo. 3 touchdowns for Jackson Dart to no picks. He got 85. So another dev trait scenario that we can't hit on. 2 touchdowns for Malik Neighbors. Touchdown for Darius Slayton. Micah McFadden with 10 tackles, Bobby Okereke with a pick, and Javon Holland. I think that's his first of the season. We are 8-0, one more win. We are guaranteed to have a winning season record-wise. Got the 49ers, and this is a game, we're at MetLife, but I think the 49ers could probably come in and beat us and give us our first loss, and that's exactly what happens. We get our first L, 21-17. That's not a harsh loss. We kind of outplayed them. Had more rushing yards, more passing yards. We didn't turn the ball over. We were up 17-7 at the half and just couldn't score in the second half. So, first loss of the season. 123 for Darius Slayton. Touchdown for Malik Neighbors. Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. So, we got humbled a little bit. We needed that loss. Get it out of the way now. But we're looking to go undefeated. Now the schedule gets a little harder. We got the 6-2 Bears. We are at week 10, so mid-season mark. I am going to upgrade the team. We got Scatterboo with 2 more points, and we'll do 1 to elusive, and then 1 to power back. But playing up to an 89, he's at an 85 in his rookie year. and we drop 2 in a row to a team that we may see in the playoffs. Again, 25 to 35, we could still miss out on the playoffs. That would be crazy with a 8-0 start. But Caleb Williams outduels Jackson Dart. DeAndre Swift outduels Cam Scatterboo. Rome Meduze had a rushing touchdown for them. Theo Johnson. O-line didn't give up any sacks. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter. Love seeing all 3 edge rushers getting them some. And we're on a 2-game losing streak. Mock draft 2 is out. We were picking at 32 or 31, and now we are picking at 32. They have us taking is that the same Sam linebacker? No, it's actually a different one. I know we don't have a Sam linebacker on the roster, but this team is a 3-4 Storm, so we don't really need a Sam linebacker. We do need one on the roster. Now we got 6-3 Green Bay, so the NFC North looking like the best division right now, and we do win. We recover from the 2 losses. That was a big win. We probably will see Green Bay in the playoffs. But 24 to 14, 2 touchdowns for Jackson Dart, probably the rookie of the year. Cam Scatterboo. We're gonna have at least one of the rookies of the year. It's either gonna be Scatterboo or Jackson Dart. 2 touchdowns from elite neighbors. Andrew Thomas giving up 3 sacks. I don't like seeing that. And then Kayvon Thibodeau getting a sack. Tyler Nubin getting an interception. And everybody contributing to this 9-win, 9-2 Giants record. We got the 4-6 Lions, who in year 1 are 4-6. And we have lost to some good NFC teams. The Lions, the 49ers, the Bears. We lose by 8. Now we were up 20 to 7 at the half. And just like that loss to the Bears or 49ers, one of them, we didn't score any points in the second half. So we really need to work out coming out the second half and continuing to do what we did in the first half. We want to continue to win football games left remaining on our schedule. Micah McFadden with the sack, Drew Phillips with the interception. And we are going to, let's choose the focus players. I am looking forward to the draft. Looking at positions of need, we could go with a receiver, but the way our receivers are playing, I don't think so. Maybe a tackle. There's a guard, center. All right, we'll do tackle, the other tackle, and the other tackle. Or we'll do guard. We need guard. Do all offensive linemen. And I forgot about the contract negotiations. Y'all were just gonna let me go through this. I think Wandell, we only have $30 million in cap. Where's all their money going? We may lose Wandell Robinson, so maybe I should have scouted that top 5 wide receiver. Cordell Flott is here. Micah McFadden did go up dev trait. He did. Evan Neal, Bellinger. So, Deontay Banks, we have the side 5th-year option for him. So it's really just Micah McFadden, Flott, and Wandell. I think we wait on Wandell. I think Micah McFadden, because he got the dev trait, I think we give him the 5-year deal. And he is locked in. Cordell Flott, he didn't even take it. But Cordell Flott, Wandell, we will wait till the end of the season. Let's beat the Patriots on the road, Monday night football game. We've won on Sunday night. We've won on Thursday night. Can we win on a Monday night? And we don't. We lose to the Patriots. But we do have a bye week. 6 offense, top 5 passing, top 5 rushing, top 5 rush defense. So we're going to go back to Micah McFadden. Give him just a little bit more money. We'll up this to up it to 3. And the offer is perfect. And we will wait on Wandell. Probably let him test the free agent market. And then we will wait on Cordell Flott, because we do have Deontay Banks. So, yeah, we could lose them and find their replacements right away. Looking at the playoff picture, we are the number 2 seed behind Seattle. Go Hawks. We're going to upgrade the players for the bye week. And let's go to Jackson Dart, see what the CPU has been doing. So, field general, we're also going to put up, improviser, and then we will do scrambler. Want to be careful with the scrambling though. Don't want him playing recklessly, getting injured. And we'll do Darius Alexander. Try to get him up to scheme fit as a speed rusher. And then where is Abdul Carter and Cam Scatterboo? Abdul Carter already a scheme fit. And Cam Scatterboo, who I think will probably be offensive rookie of the year, but quarterback's highly favored, so may go to Jackson Dart. May not even go to Jackson Dart. May even go to somebody else like Tyler Shove. Commanders, who we started the season off with a win against, they are now 4-9. We are 9-4. Backwards records. Can we get our 10th win of the season? Double-digit wins for the Giants in year one, and we get it. Now we are the number 2 seed behind Seattle. So I hope they lose some of their games. We continue to win our games and get the number 1 seed. 3 touchdowns, no picks for Jackson Dart. Scatterboo with 74 yards, and Malik Neighbors with 2 touchdowns. Chris Manhertz with a touchdown. So all 3 of our tight ends have scored a touchdown at some point in the season. Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and Kayvon Thibodeau, the 3-headed monster GOAT, all with 2 sacks each. With Darius Alexander. Pick for Javon Holland. And the Giants have 10 wins in year one. We've had no injuries. Injuries are on. I know this is as real as it gets when it comes to realistic. We play with injuries on. We haven't had no injuries. We have 10 wins. We are leading the division. The rest of the division are, either below 500 or right at 500. Seattle, I think, is going to run away with the first round bye. But we will make the playoffs. If we have to go through the wild card, the Giants have done it before in the past. They've done it, in their 2 Super Bowl wins. So we get our 11th win of the season, 28-22. J.J. McCarthy, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Great game for him, but an even greater game for Cam Scatterboo, 154 and a TD. Jackson Dart with the scrambling 7 attempts, 30 yards and a TD. Wandale had a carry. We couldn't stop Jalen Naylor, but they couldn't stop Wandale. Cordell Flott, Brian Burns, Darius Alexander, Abdul Carter, Dexter Lawrence, Roy Robertson Harris, all with half a sacks, no picks. Graham Gano misses a field goal, but we do have an injury, and it is Micah McFadden, dislocated knee. Just gave him a new contract. They had to give us some type of adversity, so Dane Belton's going to step in, and Mawasu. And I knew they took Tyler Newman out of the starting lineup. What else have they done? Let's make sure they haven't changed anything else. They did. They put Manhertz in. I knew they were going to do this. Mess up my depth chart somehow. Okay, Abdul Carter. Let's make sure the corners are right. Debo, Flott, Drew Phillips. Okay. What about slot receiver? It should be Neighbors. All right, edge should be Brian Brown. Oh, here they go with this shit, bro. That's why we started losing games. Carter. No, man. No. Abdul Carter. And then Brian Burns on this side. Rush D tackle is Kayvon Thibodeau, Alexander, Roy Robertson. Okay. So I'm going to blame those losses, our 4 losses, for them changing my depth chart. I did not have it set up like that. Y'all seen how we had it set up. They went in and changed. They tried to sabotage us. I change it back to the way it was, and we lose to the Raiders. 20-23, we will make the playoffs. There's no way you can get the number one seed the way that the Seahawks are playing right now. So, Scatterboo, his worst rushing yards in a game of the season. I guess we're resting our starters or something, or we're just not playing as hard because this last game of the regular season really isn't going to matter. I think we have the 2 seed locked in. Is Chicago. We are the 3rd seed, so if we do win this game and they lose, we get the 2nd seed. And hold on. Seattle was 12-2. They are now 12-4. They lost 2 in a row, so the number one seed is still up for grabs. The Rams could get it. We are going to win the NFC East automatically. Carolina's going to win the NFC South. NFC West is going to come down to Seattle or the Rams, and the Bears are going to win the NFC North. Now, it's out of us, the Bears, the Rams, and the Seahawks who could get the number one seed. So this game does matter. This last game of the regular season. We need a lot of things to happen, and Jackson Dart has 5 points. So we are going to do Scrambler for 1. I said I was going to do Scrambler for 1. We will do Strong Arm for 1. We are going to do Field General probably for the other 3 points that we have left, just to keep him a scheme fit, just keep that overall going up. And he's going to be playing up to at 91. He is a 80. What is he playing? Yeah, 85 overall. Abdul Carter with 3 points. And this team full of rookies: Abdul Carter, Jackson Dart, Scatterboo, Darius Alexander, even Drew Phillips with 3 points. Probably should have did slot right there, and it will auto upgrade everybody else. But Abdul Carter with the new ability unlocked, he is a superstar dev. Got the Cowboys. We could put them under 500 with this last game of the regular season in Week 18. We could sweep them. I think we swept every team in the division. I think we went 6-0 in the NFC East. And we are going to get just 11 wins in the first season. That still overexceeds expectations. We're still going to host a home playoff game in the wild card round against the 49ers. I think that was our first loss of the regular season too. Now Abdul Carter will be out, but that is okay. We have Brian Burns. We have Kayvon Thibodeau. The 49ers was the first team that beat us 21-17. They gave us our first loss of the season. We get to avenge that in the wild card round. So I do want to see how we lost that game to the Cowboys. Looked like it went into overtime, 30-24. We lost our last 2 games of the regular season. Yeah, it did go to overtime. And, I mean, we played really good. 2 touchdowns, though, for Dak Prescott. Darius Slayton had a touchdown. Bellinger. Kayvon Thibodeau had a sack. And he's going to have to keep playing well and step in for the injured Abdul Carter. Now that we're going to have Brian Burns on one side and we're going to have Kayvon Thibodeau on the other side, the rush D tackle can now be Darius Alexander, Roy Robertson Harris, and Dexter Lawrence. But looking at our rankings, we were 3rd offense, 10th in passing, 7th in rushing, 20th defense, 21st in the second. So when you look at the defense, yes, the secondary was the weakest part of the team, and then they gave up, some points. The offense did really good, despite the offensive line that we have. Looking at the top performers, you had Burrow, Mahomes, Stafford, Taylor, Walker, Mixon, Nakua, Rice, McMillan, who may win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I forgot about him. Milton Williams, Max Crosby, Jonathan Allen, Marlon Humphrey, A.J. Terrell, Devin Witherspoon, Quincy Williams, Schlesinger, and Jahad Campbell, who may win Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Jackson Dart, 50 yards away from throwing for 4,000 passing yards, 36 touchdowns to 14 picks, only 40 sacks. Longest pass was 70. Rating was 105.8. Average 232.3 yards per game. 67 completion percentage. Rushing, Scatterboo, 1,400 rushing yards, 5.2 per carry, 16 freaking touchdowns, 1 fumble. Longest was 68 yards. Tyron Tracy with just 1. Wandale with 1. Bellinger with 1. And then receiving, 1,200 receiving yards, 80 catches for Malik Neighbors, 23 touchdowns. I think that is the record, or he at least tied the record. I think that's Randy Moss's record. 23 touchdowns. Longest was 70 yards. Wandale with 1,003. Darius Slayton with 62, 8, and 4. And I would love to be able to bring back Wandale Robinson, but we're going to have to find the money to do it. Man, 2,000-yard receivers with 1,000-yard running back. What a season for the offense. I want to see what the offensive line did. The tackles, trash. Eleanor, trash. Andrew Thomas, I mean, the tackles are going to, he's not trash, but they're going to give up the most sacks allowed when it comes to the blocking. I wish they would show the pancake stacks. They do if you play or simulate or super sim like a regular game with gameplay, and you look at the stats in game, they will show the pancake blocks. Van Ryan was not bad. John Runyon was really good, and John Michael Schmitz was really good. Defensively, Bobby Okereke, 145-7, a sack and 3. Defensive Player of the Year numbers. Drew Phillips had 4 interceptions, 85 tackles, 3 TFLs. He was our best corner. Micah McFadden was great. He went up depth trade. He got a new contract, but he is injured. Abdul Carter, great rookie season, 11.5 sacks, 16 TFLs. He is injured. Will miss the playoff game. Paulson Adebo, fly, and he's in a contract year, so that would just make it more easier to go to Deontay Banks. Tyler Nubin was okay. I know they benched him a little bit for Dane Belton. Javon Holland with 2 picks. He had a great season. Brian Burns, double-digit sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau, 6 sacks. He was playing rush D tackle, so that's really good. And Darius Alexander, 8 TFLs, 5.5 sacks. He had a good rookie season. 3 sacks for Dexter Lawrence. I think he was probably the most disappointing on the defense. But that's good for a nose tackle still, though. Still good for a nose tackle. Deflections, we had 9 for Bobby Okereke, 7 for Adebo. So Adebo did have the most deflections. Flott was in second. Bobby Okereke, Javon Holland, Drew Phillips, Neville Hewitt, and Dane Belling all with forced fumbles. We had 2 blocks, Drew Phillips and Dexter Lawrence. And then no defensive touchdowns. Kicking, 1 field goal was blocked. He did miss an extra pointer. He missed 6 field goals. Probably will look for another kicker. Jamie Gillen, 8 punts inside the 20. Longest was 71. Average 49.2. And then kick return, we had no touchdowns like we had in the preseason. Yearly awards, MVP. Could we see a Jackson Dart here? No, it's going to go to Josh Allen. Jackson Dart at number 8. Coach of the Year is going to go to Sean McDermott. Brian Daboll at number 5. NFC Offensive Player goes to Puka Nacua. Malik Neighbors at 2. They rob us. Scatterboo at number 9. Defensive Player goes to Fred Warner. We got Abdul Carter at number 7. Offensive Rookie is going to go to Tedero McMillan. They robbed Scatterboo and Jackson Dart. We come in at 2 and 4. And then Defensive Rookie Year is going to Jalen Walker. We are the runner-up again. Abdul Carter at number 2. They would have won it if it was the CPU or AI controlling the best quarterback, Matthew Stafford. We're the runner-up with Jackson Dart. Best running back, though, will go to Cam Scatterboo. So we had to at least win 1 award. Best receiver, Malik Neighbors. That is a 2nd straight award. So maybe that's why they didn't give us the other ones. Offensive lineman goes to Drew Dahlman. John Runyon at number 10. If he's not under contract, we may have to bring him back. Quentin Williams is your best lineman. We have Brian Burns. Or best D lineman, we have Brian Burns, Abdul Carter at 7 and 8. Linebacker is going to go to Alex Anzalone. We had Bobby Okereke at 7. I think that was a little low for him. Drew Phillips in the top 3 for corners, but it's going to go to A.J. Terrell. And then best kicker is going to go to Cairo Santos of the Bears. No Giants. So we have a playoff game at home against the 49ers. Jackson Dart with another point. And we're really trying to stop him from scrambling. But I don't want that to not be a part of his game. So we're going to keep putting that up. And he is probably going to be off of that normal dev. So Cordell Flott. He needs to work on his press coverage. So we'll just do zone. Probably not going to be with us anyway, so. But mock draft 3 is out. They have us now picking, still at 32. They have us taking a left tackle, who we can move over to the right. Now, can the Giants from the wild card round go all the way to the Super Bowl? They've done it before. We are at the 3 seed. We have a couple of injuries in Abdul Carter, Micah McFadden, and we win the game. We won a playoff game. We get our revenge against the 49ers, and now we get to get our revenge. Puka Nacua stealing wide receiver of the year from Malik Neighbors. So Jackson Dart in his first playoff game, 221 touchdown, 1 pick, 1 sack, 20 of 28, really efficient. Scatterboo 109, 2 touchdowns. Jackson Dart scrambling. That's why we put up his scrambler archetype. Wandale with the rushing touchdown. Not ready to leave the Giants yet. And then Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. So all of our playmakers on offense making plays. Dexter Lawrence, you didn't see him getting a lot of sacks in the regular season. You're going to see him get a lot of sacks in the postseason. Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau doing their thing without Abdul Carter. And we are now in the divisional round against the Rams. We're at home, and if the Cowboys can knock off the Seahawks, we will have a home NFC Championship game against our division rival Cowboys, who we swept in the regular season. So I'm actually hoping that they can beat my Seattle Seahawks. But the Rams went 13-4, but lost the division to the Seahawks. Maybe they have the best division in football. I think they are the best division in football. We'll see if we can beat the Rams. Do we have our players back? No, they're still out. Can we get to the NFC Championship game in year 1? This Giants team is a cheat code, and we do have to go on the road. NFC Championship appearance in year 1 with the Giants. And these rookies, Jackson Dart, 3 touchdowns, no picks, outplaying Matt Stafford. Scatterboo cannot be stopped. We couldn't stop Tutu Atwell, but Wandale, Malik, and Tyler Johnson. Two sacks for the rookie. All of these rookies, bro, their first 4 picks in the draft, Scatterboo, Darius Alexander, Jackson Dart, and Abdul Carter, who isn't playing. But Graham Gano making his field goals. We are in the NFC Championship game, and only the Seattle Seahawks are stopping us from making the Super Bowl in year 1. We get Micah McFadden back for this game. If we make the Super Bowl, I think we will get Abdul Carter back. They keep messing up my damn depth chart. So we had Muasu here. Slot corner. Yeah, we had Dane Belton. Let's make sure they didn't mess up. I keep putting Dane Belton in, man. All right. For the Super Bowl, Giants, Seahawks. Who would we play, though? Bills or Chiefs? Oh man, Brian Daboll against the Bills and Josh Allen. Oh, don't want to see the Chiefs. I was just talking about the Chiefs not being the juggernaut. But either way, we would play the former juggernaut in the Chiefs or Brian Daboll's former team. And I have to beat my favorite team to get there. All these storylines in play. And we are in the Super Bowl in year one. And we are playing the Buffalo Bills. We beat the Seahawks by a touchdown. Uh, and I'm so happy we made a Super Bowl because we are going to probably super sim it because of what happened in that Titans rebuild when the footage got lost and you couldn't see what happened. But you're going to see what happens in the Super Bowl. But I think because it is year one, I probably should just straight up simulate it to see if we won. But, I mean, we still switched everything on the depth chart. Like, I still decided to start Jackson Dart and start, a couple of other guys. And so I think we're going to super sim it. Where's Scatterboo? Where the hell is Scatterboo? Did he get hurt? Anyway, Malik Neighbors. We bullied Gray Zabel. Dexter Lawrence, 2 sacks. Leonard Williams, the former Giant. Brian Burns, Tavon Thibodeau, Micah McFadden coming back from injury with a sack. Graham Gano doing his best to try to lose. And we don't have any Pro Bowlers because we are now in the Super Bowl. We have a weekly award winner, Jackson Dart and Dexter Lawrence. We don't have any injuries. And we will be playing the Buffalo Bills. They beat the Chiefs 35-32. But Brian Daboll, who was an offensive coordinator for the Bills, helped developing Josh Allen. You see, Josh Allen just won the MVP, and it will now be the MVP, Josh Allen, looking for his first ring. And talk about, when I was talking about the Giants and these rebuilds going to Super Bowls every year, the Bills at one point went to 4 straight and lost. So can they break their curse of not winning the Super Bowl? Giants. Malik Neighbors, who probably has went up to an X Factor, and he does. We make him a scheme fit. Theo Johnson, who could have went up star dev trait maybe, because he is on a normal. Yeah, he is on a normal. We will look at any dev trait upgrades that we might have. No, give Brian Daboll a dev trait upgrade. There was dev traits. They probably should. That would be a cool feature. Dev traits for coaches. Malik Neighbors goes up to X Factor. Scatterboo goes up to Superstar. He did win running back, but Jackson Dart does not go up dev trait. Because we didn't win Rookie of the Year, it goes to Teddy Moore. I think he should have got it just off his stats. I mean, his stats weren't like crazy, but for a rookie, yeah, probably should. But nobody else goes up. And then on the defense, Dexter Lawrence loses his X Factor. He goes down to Superstar. I agree with that. Based off his performance, Darius Alexander was a star. Javon Holland goes up to Superstar. Brian Burns was a superstar already. Abdul Carter is a X Factor. Was he already an X Factor? No, he got it. So he is now an X Factor. I don't know if he's healthy for the Super Bowl. Micah McFadden went up in season. So this is a team where if you look at those Super Bowl teams from the past with the Giants with Eli Manning, I mean, they had a couple of running backs. Like they had the Derek Wards, the Ahmad Bradshaws, and Brandon Jacobs. We have Scatterboo, Tracy Singletary. They had, Plaxico Burress and Victor Cruz and Hakeem Nicks, I think. And when you look at the defense, the edge rushers, like I talked about before, Justin Tuck and O.C. Uman and Michael Strahan. We have Thibodeau, Burns, and Carter. So not going to pair this team to those great Giant teams, but let's just make sure that our depth chart is the way we want it. And still don't know if we're gonna just straight up simulate it because it is year one, or you know, because we made it here just straight off of simulating, but I think super simming it just so you guys can see if we win or not. We may not get back here, so this will be Abdul Carter on this side. Where's Thibodeau? Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, and then for rush D tackle, for left edge, it will be Kayvon Thibodeau. No, it's going to be Abdul Carter. What am I doing? Abdul Carter, Brian Burns. Rush D tackle will be Kayvon Thibodeau, Alexander, and Lawrence. Nose tackle, Lawrence. Sub linebacker, McFadden's back. Wasu, corner, Drew Phillips, Banks. And yeah, we're gonna hop in the Super Bowl. Decided that's what we're gonna do. We may not get back here. The Giants are favored to go back. I mean, based off of how they've been simulating. But because I'm controlling them, we're not guaranteed. And I do want to make up for that Titans rebuild.
Of the National Football League.
After a long two-week build-up here in the Bay Area, the moment has finally arrived. It is time for football here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Folks, this is Super Bowl 60, and we've got an outstanding matchup on tap. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. As it'll be the AFC champion Buffalo Bills taking on the NFC champions, the New York Giants. Brandon Gunn along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. Character, confidence. These guys are
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season.
All right, after that long presentation, we can now super slim it. 15-minute quarters, real as it gets when it comes to realistic. So we get the ball first. Jackson Dart scrambling, and we get the first down. Malik Neighbors for 12 yards. Jackson Dart throws it away. That is smart. We get another Malik Neighbors catch. We get Wandale for 13, and look at that touchdown for Wandale, 40 yards, and what could be his last game with the Giants. So we now kick off. It's time to play defense against the MVP, Josh Allen. We got to shut down James Cook. They got Brandon Cooks on their team. We got Keon Coleman playing. Josh Allen runs for 4 yards, and we force them to punt the ball. We get the ball back. I would love to go up 14-0. Jackson Dart throwing it away, making a smart decision. Don't throw interceptions. Darius Slayton for 9 yards. Going to run with Cam Scatterboo. Taylor Rapp knocks it down, and we get a touchdown. Wandale, 63. He had a 40-yard touchdown. Now a 63-yard touchdown. The Giants are up 14-0 on the Bills. This is the Wandale Robinson game. He wins this game for us, he's getting a contract. I don't care if we have to use all our money. Maybe smart to let him go, though. But we're not going to force him to a field goal. They get the touchdown with James Cook, 14-7. It is not over. Scatterboo, 6 yards. Scatterboo again, or Jackson Dart this time. Come on, throw it to Wandale. Throw it to Wandale. Darius Slayton, we're in field goal range. Pounding with Scatterboo. Jackson Dart throws it away twice. And then we get the first down with Malik Neighbors. I want another touchdown. Theo Johnson. Why are we moving backwards? We got sacked. Take the field goal. If we don't get in, we get in. It's Wan'Dale Robinson with another touchdown. He has 3 in this game. Super Bowl MVP. And we forced the Bills to punt. And now we can't do anything. We go 3 and out. We could have put the game away there. Because I think they get the ball at half. All right, shut down Ray Davis. It's going to be a 3rd and 12. We can't give that up. Can't give that up. 2-minute drill for Josh Allen. I can see them easily getting back in this game. They get points here. They get the ball at half, and they score again. This is a football game. I think they're going to score here. They do. Dalton Kincaid. Now, can we get in field goal range? We have 28 seconds. Nope. So 21-14. It's been the Wan'Dale Robinson game. They get the ball, start the half. Josh Allen has to throw his 3rd and 10. This is probably the play of the game right here. I knew we were going to give it up. James Cook. It's 3rd and 2. They get the first down. All right, they're moving backwards. 9-yard sack. Now, this is what? 3rd and 13. They move backwards again. Bobby Okereke with the sack. They get the 57-yard field goal by Tyler Bass. They are now down 4. Scatterboo getting shut down, and we are now forced to punt. We go 3 and out. They get the ball at midfield. Oh, man. James Cook for 0 yards. It looks like they're driving, and they get the touchdown. They take their first lead of the game. We get the ball back. We cannot go 3 and out again. Our offense, what are we doing? Penalty, though, for Daquan Jones. Gets us driving again. Feeding Scatterboo. I want a touchdown here. Wan'Dale. Go to Wan'Dale. Keep going to Wan'Dale. We get sacked. We have to kick a field goal. And Graham Gano makes the field goal. Tie game, top of the 4th quarter. Jerome Ford moving backwards. They get the first down. They're moving backwards again. Keep giving it to Jerome Ford because they move backwards every time they give him the ball. They're driving. They are in field goal range, and they get the fucking touchdown. This is the Jackson Dart legacy drive. Jackson Dart legacy drive, big penalty. It is against Joey Bosa. Come on, throw it to Wan'Dale. Darius Slayton this time. We tie the game 31-all. Defense has to do something. Get the ball back to Jackson Dart. It is now 3rd and 6. Fuck, they get the first down. They're going to kick the game winner. It's 3rd and 7. We're going to get the ball back. Field goal. He made it. Another 57-yarder by Tyler Bass. 16 seconds. We got 3 timeouts. We got to get in field goal. We kick the field goal and he fucking misses it.
Had a high-scoring first half and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half.
What a game. We got to the midfield with 16 seconds and 3 timeouts to go. 4 touchdowns for Jackson Dart, and Graham Gano misses a field goal to send the Super Bowl to overtime, and we lose to the Bills. Josh Allen gets his first ring. But I know that first one with the Titans, we lost, and I was upset that y'all couldn't see us lose at the 1-yard line. But, man, to lose like that. If we would have, oh, my God, man. Wan'Dale Robinson with 3 receiving touchdowns. Jackson Dart, 4 touchdowns, 1 pick. Scatterboo got shut down a little bit. Wan'Dale 163-3. He just had one of the best Super Bowl performances of all time. We had Okereke with 2 sacks. And, oh, Graham, we didn't even get the field goal off. They just decided to throw a Hail Mary. Wasn't in range, I guess. But, oh, man. Gotta let him kick that. We make it to the Super Bowl. Brian Daboll keeps his job. We lose to the Bills. Oh, that was a close game. We will be back, though. Season recap. Terrell Bernard, I guess he got an interception against us. He wins Super Bowl MVP. I didn't see that interception. And I went by play-by-play. Josh Allen wins NFL MVP. Sean Payton. They just won everything. Coach of the Year, MVP, Super Bowl MVPs. Puka Nacua was your Offensive Player of the Year. T.J. Watt, Tedero McMillan, and Oladejo all win the awards. Retirements. It goes Aaron Rodgers, Adam Thielen, B-Wags, Zach Ertz. I forgot what team we had control. So we lose Roy Robinson-Harris, Casey Crater, the long snapper, Aaron Stinney, the backup guard, Greg Van Roten, who was our starting guard, and Russell Wilson retires, Neville Hewitt, and Raheem Nunez Roches. So, I mean, Greg Van Roten was our starting guard. I don't think we're bringing back Evan Neal. So that's a big retirement right there, Russell Wilson, but we still have Jameis Winston. We are picking at number 31. They still have us taking a Sam linebacker. But man, this close. One drive away, man. That not stopping them from getting points from that first half. I'm not gonna keep reminiscing on that Super Bowl though. We made it. We have 38.6 million in cap. Now, Wandell, who we could bring back, we would still have 20 million in cap. I do want him to test though, and we'll see if there's a better option at wide receiver. But the way he played in that Super Bowl, I'm thinking about bringing him back. Cordell Flott, we don't really need because we have Deonte Banks, who we have to decide if we want to pick up that fifth-year option or not. I think we should. When you look at the fifth-year options too, you want to base it off of, okay, if it's a guy that we don't know, not sure, but needs more time to see, you pick up the fifth-year option. If you have the money, maybe, and you want to keep the guy on a cheaper deal before you give him a long-term deal, pick up the fifth-year option. But you do want to decline it if it's a guy that's like just trash, they haven't worked out, haven't developed. Yes, decline it. But if it's also a guy who you're looking to sign long-term and they have been playing great, sometimes you do want to decline it because you want to get ahead and just get that contract out the way and pay them then. But Deonte Banks was our fourth corner. He is going to be stepping into that third corner role if he plays well. I want to have another year of him, so we're going to pick up his fifth-year option at corner. And then Cordell Flott, we're going to let go. Evan Neal, we're going to let go. Bellinger, we're going to let go. Isaiah Hodgins, we're going to let go. Yeah, so if we only have to re-sign Wandell, we do have Darius Slayton, though, who I would rather get rid of. So I think I'm going to pay Wandell. But you know what? I'm going to see what his market is first. Got to be smart with the money. I'm going to see what he's asking for, though, first. We're going to go through our roster, and we're going to make any cuts. Jamison will be our backup this season. We have Tyron Tracy. We still have Devin Singletary. Receiver. See, we have Slayton. We have Jalen Hyatt. We can still draft a receiver. You know, having Slayton still 2 years left on his contract, that's another reason why we can let Wandell go. Tight end, we got Theo Johnson. Now, John Ryan, we could save $7 million in cap, but he played really good. So we're going to keep him. John Michael Smith was good. We do need a right tackle. We could develop Embo. So we're looking at guard. Edge, we have Thibodeau. We have Barnes and Carter. We have Dexter Lawrence, Darius Alexander.